That's a pretty crazy piece because it's a hand made in copper repoussé and gilt, or copper alloy repoussé and gilt. It's probably very early, 15th, 16th century, something like that. And it's, I mean, if you compare the size to my hand, you can imagine the statue that had these hands probably like 10 times the size of my hand, so that must have had 10, 15 meters, very, very large statue. We see that it was probably damaged because there's lots of soldering and repair work here, and then we see there's some dents, and also here we have some nicks. So that piece has had its share in history. We've seen some hands in museum that are smaller. There's one that's sold for 150,000 Hong Kong dollars recently, which is large but much smaller. And to give an example, we have here the Fo Guang, the big Buddha. It shows us how big the statue that originally had this hand must have been, which has the left hand raised in Varada mudra. It's a different mudra. This one here has the Karana mudra. This is also known as Tajani mudra, and it removes obstacles and expels demons. It's probably 500 years old, and we'll turn it around quickly to see also the back side. For me, it's very important to mention that you can see there's some repairs here to the original structure and some soldering, and then there's significant indentations. This here has been added in later days to put it on the stand. So overall, we see it has had a pretty fairly decent share of history. An eventful life, thank you. An eventful life, but for me, I prefer to have it like this because I know this is an old piece and it's authentic, unless most of what we see in the, unlike most of what we see in the current markets today. Very impressive piece.